Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be some of the slightly random things that I have in my suitcase. So I have way too much stuff in my suitcase to show you everything, but I thought I don't need to show you that I have clothes and swimwear and sneakers and stuff like that. So I thought it would be fun to show you some of the slightly more weird things that I pack, but that I would recommend you pack as well if you're not being a super minimalist traveler. But some fun things which I find really useful to have in my suitcase when we're traveling long term. So if you are interested in travel videos, nomad videos, business videos, please make sure you subscribe to this channel. And if you are a returning viewer, then it is so lovely to see you. Thank you for all of your support. Okay, so I've got a lot of things to get through, so we'd better crack on. The first ones are my kind of zero waste attempts. So I travel with a fancy water bottle. This one is just from Amazon, but obviously it's inspired by the brand Swell and there's a ton of different designs. So I travel with that, and then also a fabric tote bag, so useful obviously for supermarket shops and trying to reduce plastic, but also just for like a beach bag. It's the right kind of size that it's bigger than my handbag and super useful to have around. Next, might not surprise some of you, but it's a little bit of a vain one. I travel with a mirror, and this one folds out, so it's on like a stand, and it has a magnifying side and a normal side. Quite often when you're staying in Airbnbs and stuff, they don't have a very good mirror, or maybe they do but it's not by a window for putting on makeup and stuff like that. So this I just got from Primark. It was like $2.99 or something. The only challenge is packing it, because obviously it's a mirror, but I just put it kind of in between my packing cubes of clothes, and it seems to have survived so far, but that for me has been really, really useful. Next up, a couple of tech things. You will have seen my power pack before. I absolutely love this, would not go anywhere without it. And we also travel with a portable speaker, which we use for watching movies or for if we have people around, like playing music for kind of party vibes, that kind of thing. If you guys are interested in all of the tech that we carry, I have done a video about that, about all the tech that we travel with. And the final tech one is that I travel with a pack of batteries. These are a bit funny for putting on the plane. I think you're supposed to have batteries in your hand luggage, not in your main hold. But I just travel with some AA's and some AAA's because they're kind of awkward to buy. They're much cheaper if you buy a big multi-pack. So I have a big pack at home in England, and then I just bring a few out with us each time for like my Bluetooth mouse and stuff like that. One other piece of tech that I love to travel with, but I don't have with me right now because we left it in our last Airbnb, is an HDMI cable, so that you can convert a TV, connect it to your laptop and watch Netflix on it, because we're always staying in foreign countries where they have a TV in our Airbnb, but obviously the TV is all in the foreign language, and also who watches live TV, even if it's in your own language, like hello. So we're always watching Netflix, and we use that to connect our laptop to like the bigger TV that's in the living room. Then a couple of foodie things. I travel with a blender, and one of these that goes into it. This I use every day for breakfast to make a smoothie. Whichever country we're in, I always get a bunch of fruit and like yogurt and stuff like that and use it for breakfast. So it's a bit of a luxury because it's very heavy. If we were traveling like minimalist with hand luggage only, we wouldn't be able to have this. But because I'm traveling with a suitcase, it's a priority for me and I bring it. Another kitchen item is a knife. Now this I know is kind of ridiculous, but we're always staying in Airbnbs and they just have really rubbish knives. And if we're trying to cook, like if we're trying to cut up vegetables or cut up fruit, it's not only annoying to use a bad knife, but it's also quite dangerous, and I worry if you're pushing really hard, I'm gonna like slip and cut myself. And when you're abroad, the last thing you want to do is be going to a foreign hospital and all that complication. So I actually bring my own really nice quality knife. It wasn't very expensive, I think maybe like £25, and it's a kind of all-rounder size. So I love traveling with this, even though it's pretty random, but it's not very heavy and it makes a massive difference to our quality of life. Similar, I also travel with a pair of scissors. Most places you're staying have scissors, but they are so useful for just like literally everything, and they're super light, so I always travel with a pair of scissors, and I'm always loaning them to people and feeling very smug that I'm the one who packed them. Similarly, I travel with super glue. I actually don't have it with me right now, so I can't show you, but I normally travel with a roll of gaffer tape, because between super glue and gaffer tape you can fix anything. You can basically do whatever you need to do. Quite often my Mac charger is breaking or whatever, and I'll just put some gaffer tape on it and it kind of keeps you going until you can get more of a long-term fix. So to me, those are two like dad essentials. For fitness, I travel with a pack of resistance bands. These are so useful because they're super light, super small, but they mean that you can make your workout much more difficult without having any weights. You can do kind of a body weight workout, but just with these it makes it much harder, and they're super small and light. They just fit in this little bag. If you're interested in a kind of nomad workout plan of like what I do and what apps I use and what equipment I use and how I find the time, then let me know in the comments and that's a video that I can make for you guys. But for me, resistance bands, very important. I also have a little tiny sewing kit. I find this very, very useful. It just has a little selection of like rainbow coloured, all the different threads. And for me, the most useful thing of all is a tape measure. I use this for so much stuff. For a while, if I wanted to work out the size of something, I was using my laptop as a guide. So I'd be like, okay, my laptop is 13 inches. So if this like necklace that I'm buying is 5 inches long, then I know that that's like, you know, just less than half of a MacBook. So I was trying to use it as like a form of measurement, but it's so much better to have a tape measure. I'm always amazed how many things need tape measuring, or just measuring if you want to call it that. This might not be a surprise to you because all nomads seem to journal, but I also travel with a diary, and it has like five years to one page, so it's kind of split into 5, so I can see what I was doing this time last year, in 2017, 2016, and for some of the pages 2015, which is pretty crazy and really fun, especially because they're going to be in a different country every year, so it's nice to look back at the previous years and see what we were doing to this day each year. Okay, 4 more left. I travel with a ton of these plastic zippies. I am the person at the airport who, when they leave them unattended, and I'm just like filling up my bag with them because they're so useful. Although occasionally if you get to the other end and they want to check your bag for whatever reason, they open it up and all of these plastic bags just fly out and you're like, oh, sorry. So I guess it's not great for the plastic free thing that I was talking about at the start, but I just find them so useful for like putting food in, or obviously as they're designed for like liquids when you travel, but I also use them, like I have all of my jewelry in one. I just find that I use them for so many different things, like I keep protein shake in them so it doesn't spill. All kinds of spill avoidance is perfect. In fact, I even put that mirror that I showed in one so that if it smashes in my suitcase, it's kind of contained within a bag. So anything that you're worried might smash or break, I find plastic zippy is pretty much the answer to all of life's questions. Next is a kind of random one but a bit fun, is passport photos. So we're always traveling with spares of these because we're constantly applying for visas or ID cards or all these different things that need passport photos. So when we were in Georgia, passport photos were really cheap. The machine there was only a couple of pounds. So we got loads of passport photos done, but they're obviously all different sizes for each country. So we're normally traveling with a few. It's a good backup if you ever lose your passport or something and you need pictures. We travel with just a couple of spares. And one more to go after this, but I travel with earplugs, which are so useful for flying or sleeping at night. This one's really cool because it comes in like a key ring, which I really like. We also, because we're super cool, wear them if we go out to like nightclubs or bars and stuff to kind of try and protect our hearing and stop me aging too prematurely. So yeah, find them super useful. I use them all the time. And last of all, to work out whether all this stuff has made me overweight, I have a like luggage scales. This one's really good because you clip it around the handle of your bag and then it has an electronic screen so you can see how overweight you are. I'm normally quite overweight on my suitcase, which won't surprise you based on all the random things that I just showed you. Obviously on top of that we have normal things like clothes and shoes and makeup and everything. So I hope that you have enjoyed that video. It's been at least amusing to you and hopefully also a little bit interesting and useful as some things that you might like to start traveling with. Let me know in the comments what the weirdest thing is that you have in your suitcase, something super random that people don't normally travel with. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have had a really amazing week and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Bye!